Some people live with peace even in poverty, while others feel restless despite great wealth. Why? The answer lies in a single word: gratitude. This is the story of a humble cobbler whose simple habit of thanking Allah transformed lives around him. In a village of Kasbah, there lived a cobbler named Salman. His shop was no bigger than a single room. Old wooden shelves carried worn sandals, torn slippers, and dusty boots waiting to be mended. His tools were simple: a hammer, a needle, and a strong thread. His clothes were plain, his meals modest, yet his face carried a calm smile that never seemed to fade. Whenever Salman finished his work, whether it was repairing a farmer's shoe or a child's sleeper, he would whisper, Alhamdulillah. If a customer praised him, he said it. If someone argued about the price, he still said it. If the day brought many customers or none at all, his lips carried the same word of gratitude. To him, every breath was a gift. One afternoon, a boy named Karim came to the shop. His sandals were torn and his little feet were scattered by the stones of the street. Uncle Salman, he said softly, can you fix these? Salman smiled warmly. Of course, my son. Sit and let me see. As he staged, Karim asked, Uncle, why do you always say Alhamdulillah, even when your shop is empty, even when people pay you less? Salman asked the boy, when your mother gives you food, do you thank her? Karim nodded. When a friend shares his toy, do you say thank you? Again the boy nodded. Salman's smile deepened. Then should we not thank Allah, the one who gave us food, who gave us family, who gave us friends, even the breath with which we say thank you? The boy fell silent, his young mind trying to understand the depth of those words. That evening, Karim's father, a farmer, came to fetch his son. He looked at Salman and said bitterly, you live in poverty and yet you thank Allah as though you are a king. I work from dawn till dusk, my back is bent, my hands are cracked, my harvest barely feeds my family. Tell me, Salman, what do I have to thank Allah for? Salman replied softly, brother, if your back aches, thank Allah you still have the strength to work. If your hands are cracked, thank Allah you still have hands to use. Gratitude does not erase hardship, but it makes the heart see blessings hidden within them. The one who looks only for pain will find only pain, but the one who looks for blessings will discover them in every corner. The farmer shook his head, unconvinced, but the words lingered in Karim's young heart. Months later, a wealthy merchant from the city arrived in Kasbah. He wore robes of silk, gold rings on his fingers, and rode on a decorated horse. On his journey, his cloak tore slightly. Villagers told him, go to Salman, the cobbler, he will mend it well. The merchant entered the humble shop, his eyes scanning the cracked walls and worn tools with curiosity. Salman stitched the cloak with care, and when he finished, he handed it back with a smile. Alhamdulillah. It is done, he said. The merchant frowned. You repaired the cloak with your own hands. What did you thank Allah? What did Allah do in this? Salman looked at him kindly. Allah gave me these hands. He gave me the eyes to see the thread, the mind to know how to stitch, and the time in which to work. Without him, I could do nothing. The merchant raised an eyebrow, unsettled by the simplicity of the answer. The merchant asked, and what if Allah gave you nothing, no wealth, no comfort, no family? Would you still thank him? Salman's eyes softened. My friend, he already gave me life, he gave me breath, he gave me chance to know him. Even if he never gave me more, I would still have everything. The merchant was struck silent. He left after paying Salman, but the cobbler's word echoed in his mind like a whisper he could not silence. That night, surrounded by luxury, the merchant felt an emptiness he had never noticed before. His wealth fed his stomach, but not his soul. His gold filled his chest, but not his heart. He realized that despite his riches, he had no peace. Days later, the merchant returned, not for repair, but for wisdom. He said, "Cobbler, I have everything my men desire, but I feel nothing but hunger inside. Teach me the secret you carry." Salman welcomed him warmly and poured him water in a simple clay cup. Salman said, "Begin with gratitude. When you wake, thank Allah for opening your eyes. When you eat, thank Allah for your food. When you are greeted, thank Him for companionship. And when hardship comes, thank Him still, for often His hardest gifts carry the deepest mercy." Gratitude is the key that unlocks peace. The merchant began to practice. At first, it felt strange, thanking Allah for small things, but soon he noticed changes. His meals felt richer, his wealth felt lighter, his home felt warmer, his servants whispered that their master smiled more. His children noticed he laughed more often. His heart, once restless, began to taste peace. Meanwhile, Karim's father, the farmer, also began to reflect on Salman's word. One day, as he plowed the field, he whispered, "Alhamdulillah," for the strength still felt left in his arms. That evening, as he shared bread with his family, he whispered it again. Slowly, his complaints lessened and his heart grew lighter. He realized gratitude did not change his portion, but it changed how it tasted it. Years passed. Salman, the cobbler, owned little, but his heart was full. People remembered him not for wealth, but for light he carried. They said, "The cobbler taught us that gratitude does not add years to life, but it adds life to years. The one who thanks Allah is never truly poor." Think for a moment, why did a poor cobbler have more peace in his heart than a wealthy merchant with gold and servants? It is because peace is not found in what we hold in our hands, but in what we carry in our hearts. Gratitude is the secret. The tongue that says Alhamdulillah tastes sweetness even in hardship, and the heart that forgets gratitude will feel empty even in a palace. Look at your own life. How often do you wake up in the morning and complain? The bed is not soft, the weather is too hot or too cold, the day will be difficult. But how many of us wake up and simply say, "Alhamdulillah, I opened my eyes today, I am still alive, I still have a chance to make things right." How many times do we eat our meals quickly, barely tasting them, yet complain, "This food is too plain, too little, not what I wanted"? But think how many people in the world pray for even a single plate of food. How many would cry out of joy if they had what you eat without a thought? When you whisper Alhamdulillah before and after eating, your meal becomes a feast, no matter how simple is it. Gratitude does not erase hardship, but it changes how we see it. The cobbler still worked long hours, the farmer still had aching hands, but when they remembered to thank Allah, the weight of the life felt lighter.